Alright, our next round of 4 match to determine who else makes it to day 2 of the qualifier. If they win this, they're done playing today, just like Neeb is done playing today. In the top right, representing Team Envious, we have Violet. In the bottom left, spawning as the Red Zerg player, we have Hydra from Root Gaming. Oh my god, I've still got the shakes from that last game. Holy moly, that was so good. I actually needed a break. I actually need a break after that. But then they're like, guys, this match is starting, so you gotta cast this one. And I'm like, ugh. Someone sent me a Snapchat. Black coffee is the best. I do love black coffee. Oh boy. Oh boy. Life is good. Anyway, ZvZ is not my area of expertise. We're out of the Terrans. I don't know if there's any Terrans left. Maybe QXC or Intense are still alive, but frankly, I don't know. Some good ZvZ action coming up here. Hydra has been a top contender, and I think is everyone's favorite to just keep winning, basically. We just saw Hydra top deck and wreck QXC earlier. We also saw, well, I mean, Violet, we didn't get to see it. I didn't cast it, at least. Violet bangaranged Puck to get up this close. So, we're on our way. We are on our way. So, oh my god, the end of that last game was so insane. Like, oh, if you're Pult, it's like once those Zealots are in your base, you know there's nothing you can do. If you go home, you don't have anything to go home to. I mean, Pult basically just went full Spartan in that last game. You know, go home, come home with your shield up, or come home on your shield. And Pult chose to come home on his shield. Spoiler alert. What a sick... I don't even know what to say, actually. I'm still flabbergasted. We have a Roach opening from Violet and a Baneling opening from Hydra. Both are getting speed pretty close to one another. Violet's moving out with a lot of Lings on the map. Thank God Huck isn't in this game, otherwise he'd be really triggered over these Ling skins. This is what the Zergling with the skin looks like. I imagine if your opponent doesn't complain, you're not going to get, like, murdered for it. But I don't think this... I think it's this skin in particular that players don't like, because it makes it hard to tell how many Lings there are. Anyway, 2 Banes finish, and a lot of those Lings die. But Violet's going to try to force his way through? No, just a few more Lings, actually. So he got Hydra to build some Lings on his own, but he's going into Roaches behind this. Roaches and drones. Roaches and drones. Roaches and drones. Gotta get me my Roaches and drones. But Hydra, man, he's going for the Ling Bane counterattack, it looks like. He's got a lot of Lings. He's building more Lings. 18 Zerglings just queued up for the Root Gaming Zerg player. And this could be the end, man. He's going to try to bust his way up through the Queens and see if he can just straight up overwhelm him with Lings. But there's a lot of Roaches coming out. So Hydra needs to make a play right here, right now. He's committed a lot to this. He can drone up behind it if he wants. He's taking another gas. He's starting Overlords. But there are so many Zerglings. Look at this. Staggered Roach wall. And they're separated so that the Baneling splash can't get through. What an amazing little move, actually. Trying to just bust through. He actually will kill a lot of these Roaches. But, I mean, he loses all the Lings. Most of the Lings. I mean, if he gets a couple drones for this, I actually think it's okay. He does need to get a few drones, though. Oh, run to the natural. There's nothing here. Okay. Okay, Hydra's actually going to get some work done. 2 drone kills. Every drone kill is so important because he did drone up behind this. Whereas Hydra's actually, now that he's ahead in drones, Hydra is going to build I roach for it and get a lot more lings. So he's getting ready to maybe make another attack. He's pocketed some more lings. He's like, oh, you want to take a third base? You want to take a third base? I've softened you up. I beat you like a steak. And now you're more easy to cut through and sear. Which is also fine as well. Somebody asked, what race did Neeb used to play? He used to play Terran. And yeah, considering how strong Liberators are, the fact that he won that game is actually just a testament to his godliness. I still can't stop thinking about the end of that Neeb Polt game. That was sick. And Hydra, he likes to sit with a light czar, man. This is the Protoss Dank Shrine. You can tell by the colors. Overlord being pushed away by the Queen. And let's see where the transitions go. Hydra's getting some Ravagers. He's got some Roaches. He's not building drones. So Violet, who has built a lot of drones, may find himself in an awkward spot. Actually, look at the way these Overlords are chained. What if his lair finished and he dropped creep? That would require a lair. Hydra doesn't have a lair. He's just going to run across the map with these bad boys. Try to kill some Overlords with his Ravagers. Boom! I wish Ravagers had a special death animation for, like, Terran units where, like, the Roach, when it kills stuff, it turns into, like, green acid melting. But this is orange acid, so it should be, like, orange acid. Or maybe they die with fire. Maybe that's how Ravagers kill. I guess they use the fire death animation. Anyway. Those Ravagers are actually pretty exposed. Ravager versus Ravager, but there's so many lings. Wow, great surround. Hydra actually gets a full surround on Violet's Roaches. And he's trying to use the Corrosive Bile to protect himself, but he's lost all of his Ravagers. And I think Hydra might actually have enough to crack him here. He's losing the drones on the third base. All the reinforcements are being instantly scooped up. And Hydra, he may have just done it. He's starting to slowly take a supply lead here. Oh, he dropped Corrosive Bile on the eggs. He canceled the building units. He canceled the building units with the Corrosive Bile. That spell is so OP. And he's just going to roll through. OP and Mirror matchup, right? One Ravager here does die. Of course, Ravagers don't have a lot of hit points. Another Ravager dies. Violet barely holding on. Violet does still have a worker lead, by the way. So, Hydra, if he keeps building units, he needs to win the game right here. I mean, maybe he just wants to kill the third base. I'm not sure. Microing those lings with the Ravagers. But the Ravagers are still alive. They're the most important units to keep alive. Another one might die right now. He does get one. Another one's trying to escape. There's more lings here to help. But Hydra, oof. Man, I thought he was close to doing it, but he just got pushed back. Keep in mind, Violet's had that lair for a little bit, but hasn't been able to make use of it. And Hydra just finished his lair, so he's in an okay place. The third base is very low, but I guess Hydra's been mining off of his third for a little longer now. He's got it together. He's got it going. He's ready to rock. He's ready to roll. Ready to give it one more go. And let's see what happens, man. You got another Ravager on the way. This cocoon contains a Roach that is morphing into a Ravager. Nice to know. Lings come in, surround the Roaches, the Ravager as well. And the Ravager goes down, which means Roach Ling versus Roach Ling. And there are just more Roaches and Lings for Hydra in this fight. I will say this, Violet's Roaches are better upgraded, but that's about all he's got going for him as his forces continue to push out and the Ravagers die. And, I mean, Violet, counterplay not working out too well for him as Hydra is happily mining more resources from that third base. 12 drones on the third. There's just 11. Actually, there's only been like 5. A couple more are coming down now, but a little bit late. Roach speed is going to finish for both players very close to each other. +1 attack is almost done for Hydra. And he's going to turn his weakened Roaches into Ravagers. Oh, he missed. Premature Corrosive Bile. Don't worry, it happens to the best of us. He's going to move up this ramp. And Corrosive Bile, no Ravagers for Violet. So, Roaches are good at killing Ravagers, but in a prolonged, protracted fight, Ravagers are way better versus Roaches. So, ooh! Domed. And these Roaches and Lings are looking. +2 missile weapons just now starting for Violet. And he's going to throw some Corrosive Biles, trying to get some Overlords. He's pretty good at that. Up. He's going to go for the big fight here. These Ravagers are kind of backed up by the Roaches. If these Roaches can get onto these Ravagers, that'd be really, really big. 1 down, 2 Down, he's got to micro the Ravagers back. No, he's focus firing really, really nicely. And picks off pretty much all of these forces. But I think Hydra's macro has just been on point. He's got that 4th base. He's got more Ravagers. He's got more Roaches. Hydra's going to back it up just for a second here. The +2 attack was canceled by Violet because he wants more money, 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 money. That is the goal. Let us see. Let us see what happens as Hydra is actually going to mix in a few more Lings as well. Is Roachling Concave Areno getting into position? Now, the real question becomes, how hard is Violet going to... You know, you think Hydra's going to ask Cats to lift him up on his computer chair so that he can alley-oop this game in, or what? I don't know. Ooh, dodging the Biles, pushing forward. There's just so much more here for Hydra, and he's just going to come in, swallowing that army whole, getting his Roaches right on top of his opponent's army, and he's just going to completely swallow him. He's taking all of Hydra inside of his army right now, and he's just dying at an incredibly fast pace, Pig. I don't know what to say. GG! Hydra takes game 1. I mean, that was a very, very straightforward pickup. Slam dunk, double chocolate chunk. Listen to 1980s funk. Zerg versus Zerg. Don't know what else to say, man. Woo! Woof! Woof! Next game on Orbital Shipyard. The Shipyard of Orbitals. Look at this, man. These games are just going so fast. So furious. I'm a thirsty boy. Alright, we're loaded into game 2. My thirst has been quenched. I did not mean to ping. Spawning in the top right position, we have the Blue Zerg player. Down 0-1 in this best of 5. Violet from Team NVUS, and in the bottom left with the fast pool and the fast gas. Give it up for Root Gaming's Hydra! So I'm guessing he's just going to try to kill Violet, right? Violet would hatch first. This is the best part of not being a Zerg player. I can say whatever I want, and it's pretty much just like, well, Nate doesn't play Zerg, so of course, like, even if I knew what I was talking about, everybody would say I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't play Zerg. So that means I can say anything, because people will always say the same thing all the time anyway. So I will say that this should be good for Hydra. And at which point someone's like, no, Thaddeus, you fool! You fool! Like every supervillain says. But I mean, it's really fast speed. He's still mining gas, so I'm gonna guess this is the legacy of the Void equivalent of just 10 pool Bane, basically. When you have less drones mining minerals than you did at the start of the game, you know things are going a little foobar. Anyway, Hydra, getting the Baneling Nest. Pool is almost done for Violet, but he's gonna be facing Speedlings, he's gonna be facing Banelings, he's gonna be facing, I don't know, man, a lot of stuff that's gonna make things tricky. Very tricky. Why does he have Lings here? There's no Overlord there. He can't drop him. I guess he's baiting him. He's trying to avoid Overlords of his opponent. That makes some sense. That does make sense. Speed has just started for Violet. It's 10 seconds away from finishing for Hydra. Hydra has Lings in his main. He's sending some Lings. Oh my god. Snake. Use the cliff for cover. Oh, man. It's nice. It's a good thing he wore his brick red camo, because this is an industrial map, so he actually gets a camo index bonus on it. Baneling Nest is on the way for Violet. And here come the Lings. ZvZ. So hard to scout me. When you start with 12 drones, it often ends in GG. There's a lot of Banelings coming here. So we have one spine on the way. And everything, he's evacuated. He's evacuated that natural expansion. And he's just building the wall. He's trying to build a big wall. Oh, but it's not enough. The wall is not enough. Oh, he gets the surround on the queen. That means the Bane train is coming to bring the pain to the drones. The drones, the drones, the drones. Oh, man, Violet's dead. This is over. Can I get Tasteless on speed dial? I just need to hear the sweet words of GG. Spine down, spine down. And that's it. Drones are dead. GG, Tasteless. I mean, Violet just got spanked. Straight up. Don't know what else to say. Pretty brutal. Pretty brutal game. Hey, by the way, I was totally right in my prediction. So this is the part where you all go post on Reddit about how great of a commentator Nathanius is. Kappa. I'm out of coffee. Can one of you guys just bring me a coffee, please? I actually ran into someone. Romper. He resubbed today. I ran into that guy at Fry's Electronic Market this morning. I had literally never been to Fry's before. The best part about the stream delay is right now I'm seeing the end of game 1. Because game 2 was so short. Oh well. All right, we're loading in, boys. Thank you, by the way, for all the follows and the subs on Twitch today. I really appreciate it. Of course, it's free to follow the stream. You get to see when I play. In case you guys don't know, I'm top 100 NA ladder. I play Terran. I play with battle cruisers. That's really all you should need to know. And obviously, I'm from the best country in this planet, so another great reason to follow, especially if you've been enjoying the broadcast. So yeah, let's get to it. In the top left of the terraces of the Prion variety, we have the blue Zerg player currently down 2-0 in this best of Cinco. He's Violet. And he's going for a super duper fast spawning pool against this bro in the bottom right. The red Zerg player representing Root Gaming. He's Hydra. Oh boy. You know what? I'm actually really glad. You guys have been so good to me today. This has been a great stream. Normally I would be streaming ladder right now. I'd be streaming myself playing ladder and losing miserably. That's not true. I win every single game because I'm a god. But, you know, it'd be fun. So, I'm just glad that I can do stuff like this, and everybody's just having a good time. Everyone in the chat's being nice. You guys are being nice to me. The games have been great. I'm laughing my ass off, and obviously I don't know shit about ZvZ, so this is just fun for me, because I know there's some guy in the chat that's like, Nathan, yes, you were right in saying that Hydra's build was good last game, but for the wrong reason. But then everyone will think that I'm smart anyway, even though, ha 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 ha. Anyway, my point is, I'm having a great time, and I hope you guys are too. And I don't ask for your money or your love. Well, I'd like your love, but I would just ask that you stay up to date on everything happening in StarCraft, and give me a follow on Twitter and Nathanius TV. I commentate the biggest StarCraft tournaments in the world. I'm a top 100 GM NA player, and I like memes. So if you guys like me, I'd ask that you please check me out elsewhere. These Lings are getting into fisticuffs, man. These Lings have spines on their back. You know what, man? If this is Diablo, then these Lings have the Thorn ability, which means you take 5% damage back every time you attack them. Hydra has to be so careful. And there's so many of these Lings, too. They're just... Oh, my God. It's like the first time you play dodgeball, but you run out of balls. You're trying to get the ball in the center. Maybe that's the wrong analogy. Anyway. The hatchery took a beating, but it's still standing, which is all that matters. I mean, Violet built drones behind this, but cancels that. But both of them get their gold base at the same time. The only difference here is that Hydra transfers a lot more drone sound, which is very smart. There's no mules in this game. Hydra's economy should be much better from mining the gold like this. Like, once you get going. Violet's getting a defensive spine crawler because he opened with no gas. He won't be able to get speed. He won't be able to get roaches. He won't be able to get banelings. He won't be able to get a fast lair. So without gas, ixnay on the technay. You get nothing. So Hydra, who's getting speed, he's getting an evolution chamber, and Violet's like, homie G, what's your overlord doing over here? You ain't gonna turn into a load-verlord. And he is. He is going to turn into a load-verlord. As the two banelings are morphing, so he's going to try to baneling run by through this drop into the main base. The Evo Chamber is done. Cha-ching! And look, oh, he found the banes. Oh, he doesn't see him. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. So Hydra, who's got speed finishing, is going to drop in the main base. There's a spine here, a roach warren, and an Evo Chamber. And here we go. The two banes are going to get lifted, elevated by the hand of God into the main base. And Hydra. Oh, is he going to get in? No. He killed like a drone. Oh, well. At the same time, there's a lot of lings out front. Oh, my God. He's going to elevate her in. Oh, shnikey. Okay, well, this is one way to do it. He's just going to lift everything into the main base. That actually should work better, because he doesn't have anything to defend with. I'd actually love to see him. You drop the banelings onto the lings, and then you just elevated the rest of your lings up. I think he had a chance to do something there. If he wanted to force it, I think he could have. Lings dropping out one at a time wouldn't probably work, but I think the goal is you drop the bane, and then all these lings will just be, like, attracted to it. That's what V-Day is all about, baby girl. I'm Cupid. Here's your arrow! Oh, nope, nope. Okay, well, and it doesn't matter anyway, because now he's like, well, I can freely unload now, so thank you for that. He's got to load the rest of these lings up. Get him in, get him in, get him in, get him in. Bring them out, bring them out. All the banelings, get the lings! He's going to get the queen. Oh, she's got no health. Oh! Last hit. 10 gold for Hydra. As he takes another one. He's like, Violet, you come from the poor class of society, where you take blue bases. Yes. I come from the root gaming side of things, where gold bases are literally what our careers are based off of. So Hydra's got money for days now. Another ling drop. Overlord trying to run. He runs into the main. He's like, nope, nothing here. Nothing here. Going to the natural. Is there anything here? Boom, boom. No lair yet. What? No lair at all? That should be sending some alarms right now in Hydra's mind. But you know what? Hydra does lose the Overlord. He does get supply blocked. It cost him a lot to do what he did. He's got this gold. It needs to pay off before Violet attacks him. But you know what? Without a lair, I don't even think that's an issue. I don't even think it's a problem. The only part that hurt about this is that he lost a bunch of stuff because of the Overlord drop, right? He lost Overlords. But now he's like, you're going to lose your Overlords. Boom, boom. In case you guys didn't know, when a corrosive bile is cast in range of any of your units, you get your unit is under attack alert. Just in case you guys didn't know that. It's the same thing for when a disruptor throws its thing at you as well. So just be mindful of that. Give some credit to Europeans, Nate. Everyone here knows that I want to move to Sweden. I mean, you don't need me to circle jerk Europe. The lings coming from the left, the roaches coming from the right, and they hold the roaches in place as the corrosive bile rains down upon them like the fiery bats of hell. But there's so many more roaches here for Violet. Nope, doesn't matter. Ravagers are OP. Never mind. Violet's in a lot of trouble. These Ravagers are just ravaging him completely. Oh, God. He's going to make more Ravagers. He's got a lot more lings, got a lot more Ravagers coming in, a lot more roaches. Now, can Violet defend his base? The thing is, even though Hydra's down on workers, his economy, yeah, okay, it's a big worker difference, but that gold base keeps it from being too far apart. Oh, no. Got him. Some of these Vials. Man, Vile doesn't even have a cooldown, does it? I mean, he could use Corrosive Bile on the Spine Crawlers as well. Oh, you know what? Violet's stepping out. He's like, I want to greet you in kind, man. Let's do it. Let's fight. And Violet comes out with his fists are flailing, man. Oof. This guy's going full battle and Murdoch here, but unfortunately, it's, well, actually, it's fortunate for him. I think Violet's held. Violet did a great job. Hydra's going for a lair. He's like, oh no, this isn't good. This isn't good. I have to say, this is a bit of an awkward spot. I like these Lings, though, because he has this Overlord still. He could go for another drop. That is always going to be an option for him as long as that Overlord stays alive. But Hydra's really far behind. Dude's got, like, no drones. His opponent already has a better army than him. So every worker he builds is like him rolling the dice. It's like Roddy. Yeah, that's all I'll say. Except Hydra, I guess Hydra might win this bet. And Violet, the March of the Penguins begins. These things waddle like the Emperor Penguins on the Discovery Channel or whatever. Lings are unloaded inside of the main base, making 3 Banelings. Violet is aware. There's some Lings on the left that want to deny this gold base. Here we go. Oh, 2 Banelings ran by there and didn't do anything. And the Roaches and Ravagers are a-coming. Keep in mind, you can't lift all this up because Banelings take more cargo space than... now he doesn't really get anything. That's unfortunate. Denying this gold base, though! Oh! Okay, he does cancel. I was going to say, if there was no cancel on that, that could have been GG. 2 Overlords. Excuse me, 2 Lings inside that Overlord right now for Violet. Excuse me, for Hydra. This Hydra is like, okay, I gotta do something, man. Violet's gonna try to take the base again. And Hydra. Making 2 more Banelings inside of his base. These queens are just gonna run up. Needs a creep tumor to connect to main and natural, I think. Hydra, though, he is... Why is he even in this game? He's so far behind. I didn't mean to insult you, Hydra. I love you, but you're really far behind right now. I think Violet, now that he's maxed, could just A move across the map and win. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he could do that. Yeah, so... Not a good spot to be in. I mean, he's trying to max out. They're finally on even workers. The problem with being on even workers this late in the game is that Violet actually has a maxed out army that he can start to replace. Whereas Hydra can't max out. He's doesn't have the money. He's just progressing very slowly. He doesn't have enough Overlords to max. Violet, I think, should just go kill him, really. Like, there's not a lot he can do unless he just eats the worst biles ever. Yeah, no fake caster hype here, man. This army is just way freaking bigger than his opponent's. Straight up. No magic to this. Violet's going to continue to push in, and I mean, as soon as he decides to force the fight, as soon as Hydra realizes he has to take the fight, I mean, he should be able to do it. He is eating a lot of biles, but so is Hydra, so there's just more Roaches, there's more Ravagers. He's inside the natural expansion, he's outside the 4th base, outside the 3rd, and Violet's got 20 more Roaches on the way with +2. Hydra is going to try to step out with his reinforcements and kill him, but Hydra's taking significant losses here. The supply, as much as it got close there, now this is the part where Violet being maxed out really comes into play. Because Hydra took a lot of economic damage. He lost a lot of drones. And Violet, he still has all of his economy. He's okay, I'm just make a bunch more Roaches, make a bunch more Ravagers, and they move across the map again. And this is just that position right now where Hydra, the gold bases were nice, but he's just taken so much damage. I just don't know what to say. Like, yeah, Violet has a huge army. Is there anything I should say? He's gonna try for like a Roach run by to the gold, which could help. But right now, Hydra just should be hoping that Violet won't attack him. Like, if I was Hydra, I mean, well, I would have lost this game a little while ago. But you don't want Violet to attack you. That's like the worst thing that could possibly happen. So he runs across the map. The Roaches get the queen. They get another queen and another one. And then they get a drone. And another one. 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 Alright, so the gold base has been shut down. And Violet's like, screw this, man. I'm coming to kill you. You don't have anything at home. And Hydra's like, you're correct, sir. I have nothing at home. And we should see GG any moment, Tasteless. GG. Good stuff, man. Good stuff right there. So Violet does actually take a game. It's 2-1 now here in this best of 5. Best of 6 -1. Woo! Hope you guys are having a great day. You guys have been giving me so much love today. It feels so good. But really though, I asked for a coffee and none of you brought me one. I don't have time to go make one. I'm like casting. We're already in the next lobby. Feels bad, man. Just come break into my home and bring me a coffee. All right. Let's go. Game number 4 in this best of 5. Spawning in the bottom right, we've got Violet from Team Envious. And spawning in the top left, we've got Hydra. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Cross spawns, Laralac Crest. Big, wide open map. Not going to be locking up those ramps very well. Great map for early pool. Great map for early gas. Violet knows what's up. Violet knows what's up. He's a player. He's a slayer. He's a mama jamma. Slammin' jammin'. Slapping a base, you know. All that jazz. Hydra's going to go hatch first. Violet is going to go gas pool. But it wasn't like a no drone hatch gas pool. So I think he will take a base. I think Violet will expand very soon. If he wanted to one base him, he would have just not built any drones, right? Yeah, there we go. Look at me. Look at me, the god of Zerg versus Zerg. Turn off the overlay. Everyone observe me as I'm right. Kappa. Amazing. Beautiful, tasteless. Now, Hydra. Since he's gone for the super, super economic build, it's nice. It's a nice spot to be in. That natural expansion will finish, giving him the money that he needs, giving him the larva that he needs to build more units than Violet. But Violet's gone for fast link speed, like, you know, he can still kind of get something done. He can still kind of do something weird if he wants. Not necessarily set in stone, but Violet, how aggressive will he be? Harvey Dent, can we trust him? These are the questions that haunt my every nightmare. But Hydra's getting speed. He's still mining gas. He'll probably throw down a Baneling Nest in a couple seconds. Violet has enough gas to get a Baneling Nest as well now. And I expect him to do that. Yep. Hydra's got a Baneling Nest coming in. Come on, Violet. Come on, Violet. We're all playing the same game here. Ooh, Roach Warren. Kinky. You can't wall off on this map. Like, you need, like, Roach, 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 Roach to wall that off. You need, like, 8 Roaches to block that ramp. I'm not even sure 8 Roaches would block that. And then if you're Violet, you like to double wrap it, so you'd need 16 Roaches. It's a lot of Roaches. As Pig would say, it's a lot of Roaches. Now, the Baneling Nest is finishing for Hydra. He's got a lot of Lings on the way. And Violet, he's flooding a couple of Lings himself. He's going to kill the Queen. He's hitting her from the front. He's hitting her from the back. And, well, she just couldn't handle that. Now, these Banes that are morphing should get canceled, or at least, only one gets. That one's got to be careful. He needs to get this one on top of those Lings. Oh, he's got him choked up at the ramp. Nice. Nice Baneling detonation there from Hydra. Now, 6 Roaches on the way. Wow, guys, isn't this a flashback to Dusk Towers? Except on Dusk Towers, you only needed 3 Roaches to block the ramp. So, yeah, obviously that makes things really, really difficult. I'm just not sure. As we see the Zerg player moving down the field now. He's getting in position by the ramp. He's looking for an opportunity to get some damage done, but he's going to have to take a step back just for a brief moment, as we can see, as he adjusts his footing on the pitch, looking for an opportunity to seize maybe an advantage here, as he's just a par 2 now. So nothing too bad. Of course, this is one of the more difficult courses available here at our course, but I will say it's one of our most popular. And Violet cleans out that third base. Ling's trying to prevent him from doing much. I mean, there's so many roaches here, but Hydra's not willing to go all in on this. Hydra is not willing to go all in. Violet, however, is going to go all in. Look at what he's been doing. He's been pocketing Lings. He hasn't been building any drones. Hydra's up 11 drones. You know what he needs right now? 2 spine crawlers and maybe some banelings. Okay, that's a lot of banelings. I don't see any spine crawlers, Hydra. Those roaches are going to give you a real push and tookus. So those lings are being annoying. But there's the banelings, and here come the roaches, man. He's just going to run these banes into the roaches. If he gets this around, maybe. He's going for maximum spread. Wow! He injured the roaches pretty badly, and it looks like it's actually working. All he needs to do is get rid of the roach. Yeah, I mean, I think he's almost done it. I still think a spine crawler would have been, you know, that would have been the push pin through the wrapper, as it were. But the queen is going down. So queen gets picked off. Drones are coming off the line, and unnecessarily so. But now he's got the ling count lead. Hydra's got more lings than Violet. Violet doesn't have roaches really anymore. The roaches were the most difficult part. And Hydra, he's like, yeah, man, I'm ahead on workers. So, yeah. And Violet, does he have any advantage anywhere? No. He's just trying to crank out drones right now. And I think this is where Hydra says to himself, dude, I should just build some roaches, maybe some ravagers, counterattack, and collect my ladder points. But this isn't ladder. This is a tournament. So collect my tournament win. Whatever that means to you in ladder point value. I know that for, you can get, I think it's 420 ladder points on the dollar with the current exchange rates. So ladder points are worth a lot. Are we really watching this fight right now? It's just like 3 lings running around. Oh! If only Raynor was here to empower these or inspire these lings, then they could kill them faster. 6 Ravagers on the way. And hey, look at that. Nathanius just said, I think he's just going to build some roaches, probably a bunch of Ravagers, and move across the map and collect his 3 ladder points. Wow. Have we taken a trip through time or what? I just don't know. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. Oh! Living on the edge. Woo! This Overlord's got big dreams. He's got big dreams. Run! But this army from Hydra is next level. Killing Overlords. He's like, you're not building any more units, bruh. Oh, great pre-place Corrosive Bile. Kill some of the Ravagers. But his Ravagers are going to kill his Ravagers. But there's no roaches to buffer anymore for Hydra. Hydra has to be so careful. He can't lose his Ravagers. They're so expensive. No! Wow. Violet just smacked Hydra in the face. Now Hydra did take a third behind this, but no. Run. Oh. Yeah. Alright, well that one's dead. And Violet now is going to be the one that gets on the aggressive. Did you know that Ravagers aren't armored or light, yet they still have 1 armor? Think about that for a second. Hashtag things that make no sense. So Hydra is taking his third now. He's getting drones there. He's taking his lair. Violet, on the other hand, is like, lair? What's that? I'm going to build an evolution chamber and get +1 attack. I'm going to build more roaches and I'm going to start a lair. Okay, well, he got a lair, but you know it wasn't the fastest lair ever. Hydra's is already done. And is Violet going to attack into this ramp? He will. There's so many links here. All he has to do is kill the Ravagers. Yep, and he will. I think Violet's about to tie this series up. 2-2. I don't know. I don't think there's enough here for Hydra to defend. Okay, okay, maybe there is, maybe there is. Oh, he's gonna eat some biles. Ooh. That was close. It's always so tough to call these fights because Ravagers are really flimsy, but I don't know. I just don't know. People are discussing Batman versus Superman or something in the chat. That's incredible. Let's see. I thought the one was like Goku versus Superman or something. Ooh, almost got that drone. Oh! Man, when you're about to tap that booty and the friend shows up. Rip. So, Violet comes up. This Ling will die. Does get destroyed. And Violet. Woof, woof. Playing well today, man. He turned it up the last game or two. Really, really solid defense. Because Hydra with that big Roach Ravager all-in, basically, that he made earlier. It's not as bad as it was on Prion Terraces, but it's not good by any means. The only thing that I think is really important for both of these players is that the... Is the upgrades are lining up. +1 attack is very similar. Similarly, Roach speed is similar. So neither one of these guys should have any upgrade advantages. But the biggest thing that comes to mind is just the drones, right? Violet's had a couple extra drones for a long time in this game. And that is problematic. That is actually an interesting issue when you just consider all of that. So, Violet running around. He's just trying to, I guess, scout. There's not really much to see, though. Maybe he wants to check if his opponent is overdroning. Hydra's got a 4th base. Violet does not. Hydra's Lings run by and die. But look at the upgrades. +1 finishing, but he's going for Burrow and Tunneling Claws. He could have spent this money on these 2 upgrades on a lot more Roaches and Ravagers, and that is what scares me. Because this army from Violet is bigger. We have 32 Roaches. He's got a couple extra Roaches. He's got an extra Ravager. But the biggest problem right now is just going to be, can he... These fights haven't gone very well for Hydra in this series. So, oh my god, immediately those Crusher Balls are hitting Hydra's Ravagers. And Violet, his Ravagers are all mostly still at full health. So it's very easy sniping for Violet. He can even just like grab one Roach and just attack right-click it forward onto the Ravagers. And yeah, that's exactly what he should be able to do. He's going to get right up close and personal. And he's going to clean up a lot of this. I think he got a little bit too aggressive there. The Ravagers are so weak. Like, as soon as those die, usually the push is over. But with Burrow, the advantage for Hydra is that if he does Burrow Micro here, yes, he's doing Burrow Micro. His Roaches regenerate their health so quickly. This actually allows him to overcome the resource difference by just using that Micro, by using that upgrade that he invested in to get himself into a good position. And of course, if he's able to stave this attack off, look, all his Roaches are going to heal. He's going to be like, yeah, man, let's fight now. My Roaches are stronger. My Roaches are genetically superior. My Roaches went to a better college than you. They had richer parents than you. And as you can see, that's paying off very well for Hydra, who also has that 4th base. Violet, nope. Nope. He's trying to get one now, but it's going to take some time to get a 4th base. Oh, Crusher Bile coming in, pushing the Roaches back. The thing is, Hydra can just heal his weakened forces so easily as long as he continues to just sneak those burrows in. But oh, look at the focus fire on the Ravager. Oh, Ravager Burrow Micro! He does it! GG! Violet not able to get the 3rd base.